Hello, potassium people. Welcome back to another Banana Bites where I'm eating this banana and asking Valve to please add the strange second banana to Team Fortress 2. Now, to get into the topic of today, I want to talk about trust and how trust is similar to a fulcrum of a lever. All right, let me get the whiteboard without looking. So right here is a caveman drawing, believe it or not, of fulcrum sets, or like you have levers here with the person standing on the right. This is you, and this is you, and this is you. But what we have is a fulcrum. So this is like the triangle piece right here. It's a wedge that you put underneath a plank or something to allow leverage to help lift up items. It's a very simple machine, and there's a lot of like math that could go into it, but I'm not doing that. But essentially, trust is similar to a fulcrum in that you, the person on the right, you get to decide where you put the fulcrum when you meet someone, when you've known someone for a long time, or literally just any sort of situation. It could be with companies or products, it could be with fruits or just foods in general, it could be with bananas. My fulcrum is very much like this one when it comes to bananas. Essentially, what happens is because you decide where to put the fulcrum, you decide how much leverage the other force, the person on the left or whatever else have you, has on your decisions and on your ability to perceive the world around you. What's nice about that, though, is that when you have someone who has a lot of leverage, a lot of people could see that as a bad way depending on the circumstance. But if someone has a lot of leverage and they care about your well-being and they care about where you're going to be, they can assist you to reach heights that you normally could never reach. This is going to sound really stupid because of how obvious it is. But as a person, if you don't have trust with anything, you can only achieve as much as you yourself can achieve. You can never go beyond the limits of what you are able to achieve. You can improve your limits, you can become better. You can be, you can have ideas, you can expand upon things, you can build systems, and you can do things, but it's at the end of the day, you don't have trust. You can only do as much as what you are able to do. So it's important that when you're deciding where to put the fulcrum, you put it in the right spot. And that's hard. And that's it. I don't have any specific advice as to where you should put it. Everyone has different circumstances, the places you live, the people you meet, and the friends you have, if you have friends. It decides in your mind where you're going to be putting that fulcrum whenever you meet a new person or try something new. So, there you go. That's the talk for today. Put your fulcrum in the right place. You know what? Make sure you give someone like me on the internet as little room as possible. Maybe even remove the fulcrum so there's no leverage at all. That's probably the best advice I can give, because parasocial relationships are not good. And I know nobody really cares about me, which is great. Keep doing that. Keep not caring. But if there is one thing you should care about, it's to care about the strange second banana being added to Team Fortress 2. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this banana. I'll be honest, my fulcrum placement for Valve, it's they don't have a lot of leverage. But that can change. That can change. So we'll have to wait and see. They make the right choice. Mmm. Oh, this one tastes really good today. Genuinely phenomenal. Mm. When it comes to AI, make sure to not give it too much leverage because it doesn't care where you end up. All right. And something important to note is that the more leverage you give someone else, the less capable you tend to be, not all the time, but you tend to be when it comes to making choices outside of that person's preferences or their product's actions or whatever. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense? Tell you what, if it doesn't make sense, tell me. I'll show up in your house in 3 hours. Doesn't matter where you live, I'll show up in 3 hours. We'll eat bananas together and we'll talk this through, okay? This is your Professor Azure signing out. Bye, bye. See you tomorrow. Bye, bye. I'm trapped in eternal torment until they have the strange second banana. Bye.